an example of a Lewis dot structure, and I'm going to do the compound NO2 negative, and I've written out a chart here that helps you organize your information that you're going to need to set up the structure. Okay, so it says elements in the first column, so you have nitrogen and oxygen. And I wrote that in. Okay, then in the next column it says number of atoms. So nitrogen you only have 1, and oxygen you have 2. And those come from the subscripts in the compound. And it has 5, and nitrogen has 5 and oxygen has 6. And you find that by looking at your periodic table and counting the which group it is, and that's the number of valence electrons it has. So I wrote that. And then it wants 8 because it wants to be full. They each want 8. Nitrogen wants 8 and oxygen wants 8. They want to be happy. Okay, and then so nitrogen needs 3 to get to 8, and oxygen needs 2 to get to 8. And your chart is complete. So then you need to find the total valence electrons. And you do that by nitrogen is 1, the number of atoms, which is 1, times the number of valence electrons they have, 5, and that equals 5. So I wrote that. And then oxygen has 2 atoms times its number of valence electrons that it has, and that's 6. So that equals 12. And then NO2 negative, so if it's a negative, you add 1 electron. 1 electron. And then you add those 3 together, and you get 18 valence electrons total. So your Lewis dot structure must have an 18 valence electrons. Okay, so the less electronegative element goes in the center. So first you have to determine which one's the least electronegative, and that would be nitrogen. So it goes in the center. And then there's only 1 of those, so you only put 1. And then there's 2 oxygens, and those go on the outside, like that. Okay, so now you know that nitrogen has 5 valence electrons, so you're going to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like that. And then you know that oxygen has 6 valence electrons each, so you write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like that. And then you have 1 extra electron because it's a +1. So I'm going to put that out of the side like this, so I know that I can use it if I need it. And we're going to use it because you have to have a total of 18. Okay, so Now that I have all my electrons around each of my elements and they're set up right, I'm going to form the bonds to make sure that each one has 8 valence electrons around them. So I did a double bond between nitrogen and oxygen here, and then I did a single bond between nitrogen and oxygen here, and that gives nitrogen 2, 4, 6, 8, so that's good. And then oxygen has 2, 4, 6, 8 on this side, and then on this side it only has 2, 4, 6, 7. So your extra electron will be placed next to the lonely little one here. Like that. It was placed right here. So now you have 2, 4, 6, 8. So that's happy. So they're all happy. And to make sure that your Lewis-Stock structure is right, you make sure you have a total of 18 valence electrons. So you count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So that equals 18. So your Lewis-Stock structure is right. And I'll let you look at the whole thing again. And that's how you do a Lewis-Stock structure. Thank you.